Okay, so I think we're live, Bill.
All right.
Hey, how you doing?
Great. Great. How you doing?
Good. It's a busy week. We're preparing for two, not just one, but two seminars this weekend that we're super excited for. So I was hoping we could have a little chat about a little bit about both, but mostly about the secrets of the masters. So for everybody out there, it is October the 13th today, but the seminar is on the 17th and the 18th of October 2020. The first one is Secrets of the Masters Part 2. And the second one is a special seminar. It's real care for teachers and parents who are really struggling during this time with the strange school situation. So we put together a seminar that's cogno movement oriented and really for them to just get that stress out of their bodies and stop that pattern because people are really struggling with it. So we just want to let everybody know that's available and please reach out to us if you want more information. However, Bill's going to share with you guys one of his secrets today, and we'll get to that. We're going to share with you something you can use today to change something in your life. And that's the cool thing about Secrets of the Masters, right, Bill, is they are life hacks, right?
Yes.
That change you right now, not later. I mean, it does work for later too, but right now. So as I was thinking about this and preparing, for the weekend, just wondering, like, why are these secrets? Have you ever thought about that? Why don't people know about this stuff?
That's a really good question. And I guess the reason is that they were developed, some of them thousands of years ago, and sequestered in monasteries, right? They're considered, very, very powerful things. And uh, I a lot of it goes back to the invasion of China by China of Tibet, and that prior to that, there were still, significant secrets, tucked away in those monasteries. The secrets that they had. There were different sects, and they had their secrets. Well, anyway, the Dalai Lama has come out and said the time for secrets is over, and that is very interesting. And and now so much of it is coming out, and um, I've had the good fortune of working with a lot of different what can only be called masters. Some of them are well known, and some of them are will never be known uh, because of their life situations that prevent them from coming out, if you will. So uh, these uh, these secrets basically, their time has come to come out, and uh, I am fortunate and willing to make them known.
These seminars are really a lot of fun. It's actually the first seminar you and I did together was a Secrets of the Masters seminar. So you've been doing this a really long time, actually before Cogno Movement. And if you ever have taken a Cogno Movement class, some of the Secrets of the Masters are always, tucked in there here and there. And I think what you're saying is true. I think that on the planet right now, such amazing things are available that just weren't available before. They weren't common knowledge. And I think a lot of these secrets, obviously, are still not common knowledge, but I think you're doing a great job of giving them to people in a real way that they can take away and use right now with their families, with their friends, or if they're a professional, with their clients, right?
Yeah, they span every aspect of life, and it is really empowering to know that you can change things uh, nearly instantly if you just knew how. Everything from your the way you feel about food and being able to actually change it, to your husband, your wife, your child has a headache. making it go away, or a pain in the body, making it go away. A behavior, like let's say your child has some behavior that you're struggling with, and imagine being able to change the behavior without any conflict. Like, eat your beans, you eat your green beans. Don't, why are you fighting me on this? It's good for you. Brush your teeth. Why aren't you brushing your teeth? Well, there's a simpler way that really works, that you don't have to struggle anymore. Imagine that. These are things that are extraordinarily powerful, and they affect our subconscious mind. And there are things that we can do right in our conscious environment as well. In our, just as we're having lunch or anywhere, within moments, you can flip a situation.
Which is incredible, right? It gives people so much more, I guess the word would be power, control over themselves and their lives. And these tricks and tips and tools really are fun to do. I mean, some of them seem a little crazy, but they're super fun and so effective in the moment that you can't help but kind of giggle to yourself a little when they work. So let's see. Do you have a good story? So I know you're going to share one of the secrets today. Do you have a good story about that one?
So, well, I have, every single one of these, and there are, if you've been to the Secrets of the Masters 1, there's just many of them that I go out and share with you in the Secrets of the Masters #1. And then they're in #2, I'll share you a quick story, which is really funny. It's a funny story because it's about Liz's daughter. And this only happened a few months ago. So one of these is that I was sitting down and having, I think it was early dinner with you guys, and Liz and her mom, and there was a bunch of people there, and somehow the subject of Liz's daughter having the side of her face was numb. And it was years, I don't know how many years prior that it had gone.
It was a number, at least 5, probably. Yeah.
5 years of being numb on the side of her face. And she had gone to the dentist, and she was going through the process of getting, drilled and all that. And she could feel it. So she had, hey, you know what? I can still feel this. It hurts. So he kept giving her the meds, and then the darn thing the feeling never came back, for whatever it was, 5 years. So I'm there at lunch with her, and this particular secret, I was like, oh, okay. So you can't feel it, and it was completely numb. And right there at dinner, I did this process with her that brought the feeling back. And as amazing as that is, well, she has the feeling back, and it's been back ever since. But this process, this secret, if you will, is something that it should be taught in, like, maybe the 1st or 2nd grade of your, this is something that everybody should know. If something is not performing, right, part of your body is not quite performing, you should know this technique to help to bring it back. So this particular technique, if some part of your body is not performing or is numb or that sort of thing, this will really work to bring back that feeling.
You know what strikes me about this, Bill? We're talking about secrets and things that people don't know, is that so many of the things that are going on with our own physical bodies, we don't realize that we have the ability to change. We think, you got to run to the doctor, you got to run. And with that, with the numbness, we all know that's very difficult for anyone to fix, including doctors. So to know that you have the ability yourself to actually make that change. I think that's one of the biggest secrets that's starting to come out now, is that we really do have the ability to change our bodies and change them right now. And I think that as I'm thinking about many of the secrets that you teach, most of them are literally through our own body. You don't need a tool for most of them, right?
No, there's you don't need anything outside of you to be able to do this. There, some of them are done with thought alone, and some of them engage thought and the body, and a movement of some kind, and voila, the change occurs. I I love it because it's every time I do the seminar, there's just people light up. Um, the situations where, like well, I'll take the very first one I did with you years ago. I did the Secrets of the Masters seminar, and one of the techniques that I taught was around the secret ability of this area to process the events of life. Now, this technique, there was a wonderful man, who passed away recently, has been a major influence in my life all the way from when I was 13. I had listened to him, Swami Rama, and I had listened to him on like the Donahue show, or back in the day, for anybody's old enough. And he came on the show, and he was like, my the guy is there, Donahue or whoever is, this man says that he can make one hand hot and the other hand cold, or stop his heart, and we have the doctors here, and they're on the show, and there he is, Swami Rama, one hand he made hot, the other cold, and then he shifted it, and I was watching and listening and everything. I was only 13. I still remember I was in my living room, and I ended up like, I think I can stop my heart. And I did, I just focused on it, and it was like slower, 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 slower. And the darn thing stopped on me. I was like, freaked out. And I was like, oh my God, I restarted it. And anyway, that one scared me. I didn't know what I was doing. But anyway, years later, I learned through him about this ability. Now, when I was at that seminar with you years ago, I taught this, and there were people who I tell them, put your worst issue, and there are people there 60, 70 years old, maybe some older. And so we wrote down on the board, here's everybody's name, and here is the level of the issue, like 1 to 10. And everybody I told them, pick the worst thing that you've had forever. And there were like 9s and 10s for an issue. And the amount of years was, I think the lowest one was something around 30 years. And the highest was something like 60 or something. So this is decades of the issue being in place. And we did this process. This particular process is the longest of all the processes that I teach in the seminar. That's by far the longest. And I teach it as part of the Secrets of the Masters 1. It won't be in the Secrets of the Masters 2, but you can always take the Secrets of the Masters 1. Anyway, everybody went to a 0. Everybody. And it was like the entire group all went to a 0. And the feedback I got after the fact, I mean, you heard it too, was people are coming back years later and saying that was the biggest day of their life. That they had vanquished that thing.
It's so funny that you bring that up. By the way, stay out of my head, because I was thinking of that same exact story. That, some of these people, and it occurs to me that one of them was in the 70s, like 70 years they'd had a problem. So I'm guessing that person must have been in their 80s. I think that is right. But the people have carried these problems with them every day for that long. And then I think that process is a long one. It's like 45 minutes. It is the longest. That all of a sudden they just don't feel that way anymore. And for some people, like it's a bit shocking because it's almost like having an appendage with you for 70 years, this feeling, this constant negative feeling. And so at first it is a bit shocking. You're like, who am I and what have you done with my feeling? Right. But it
Yeah.
occurs to me too that it really flows over into everything we're doing, including Cogno movement today, that we're working with the body's own natural ability to delete these things if you just know how, right? If you just
Yeah.
have some tools, you can delete that feeling and you just don't feel that way anymore. And when you don't, you get all that energy back, right? I mean,
Yeah.
think about the energy it takes to carry around a trauma of your life for 70 years.
I, you know, yeah. I mean, it's ridiculous, but it's just awesome that they could come in and be free. I mean,
Yeah,
that is
absolutely free.
it's a big deal. So
It
that's
is.
great. I love teaching it because it is really empowering for people, and it's such a joy to see the changes.
And that's what each of these secrets are like. They're all a little life changing, and they're all a little shocking, and they're all really really fun. I mean, the Secrets of the Masters is a super joyful seminar. It's like a day of discovery, and you walk away thinking, "Oh my God, I had no idea all of that was available to me." You know, and I think sometimes you're a little irritated. You're like, "Really? That's all it takes?"
Yeah, yeah, it's serious, you know. Yeah, uh, yeah, like people who fight all of their lives the way they feel about food, and then all of a sudden, poof, they just don't feel that way anymore, and they start eating healthy. But you know, all of these programs, the dieting programs, and there's so many of them out there. Excuse
Yeah,
me.
bless you.
They're trying to, they're trying to convince a person, hey, please just change your feeling about this. And they're like, I feel how I feel about it. I don't want to. But imagine if you could actually just don't feel that way anymore. I mean, if you don't feel that way, you won't eat that way. If
It,
you
yeah.
if broccoli and chocolate cake are the same to you, it's easy to make the healthy choice.
Yeah, and that is really the key to almost everything. And I think it's so hard to understand until you've actually experienced having a major problem. Like it's the truth. It's the biggest thing in the room. It's the biggest thing in your life. It's all consuming. And then 30 seconds later, poof, it's gone. It brings to mind, like, was that even real? Well, actually, no, it was just a pattern, right? The
Yeah.
whole world looks different. I think that's a thing. If we could give people a glimpse of that, like when you delete one of these big things out of your system, the whole world looks like a different world for real. Absolutely. And the thing about the cravings, because the work we do is so amazing for that. 1 second, it's the best thing you ever thought of in your life, and you would run through a crowd naked to get it. And now you're like, whatever.
Yeah.
Nah,
Yeah.
no, thank you. Anyway,
Yeah.
let's actually teach the method.
Oh,
We're going to
okay.
teach today. So you're going to share one of the secrets today with people. What's this one about?
Okay, so this one this one is just a fun one. It's quick, but it's just the one of the day. By the way, there are a bunch of these videos. I think they're on Facebook. There's like 3 other secrets for you. If you go back in time, you'll see some of the other secrets that from the Secrets of the Masters 1 that you can just go in and learn yourself. I think 3 other really good ones. But this one is really simple. If you have a pain in your body right now, something you got a headache, or your knee hurts, or your shoulder, your elbow, whatever it is, even if you've had it for a long, long time, what I'm going to have you do is to close your eyes and imagine it as a color. What if it was a color, what color would it be? Imagine it as a three-dimensional object. Imagine it as a three-dimensional object inside of you in that place. Imagine it as a particular sheen, like this three-dimensional object that this pain or discomfort is. Imagine that. Imagine also, and this is the most important one, imagine its weight. Imagine the weight of it. How much does it weigh? And now, imagine that you're actually physically pulling this out of your body and moving it out to the ocean and throwing it in the ocean. Now, come back. Come back. What color is it now? What color is it now there in your body? I forgot to mention, put this on a scale of 1 to 10 for you right now. Your pain, your discomfort, whatever it is, put it on a scale of 1 to 10 before we start here, so you have a gauge. Now, go back and imagine this thing again on a scale of 1 to 10. The color of this in your body, wherever it is, has that color changed? Imagine it as a three-dimensional object. How big is it? What shape is it? Imagine the sheen. Is it dark or is it shiny? Is it matte, satin finish? And what is the weight of it? Imagine the weight. The better you can get into this and imagine it as the physical object, the better it works. Really feel that weight. Now imagine you're reaching inside of you, putting all your attention there, and now just gently pulling it out and taking over the ocean and throwing it in. Again, come back to your body now. What color is it now? What color is it? Has the color changed? What shape is it? What size is it? Has the size gotten smaller? What kind of sheen does it have? And how much does it weigh now? Go ahead and pull it out again and move it out. Take it out and dump it in the ocean. One last time. Relax. Notice the color. Notice the shape. Notice the size. Notice the sheen. And notice the weight. Have those things changed? Go ahead now and pull it out. Send it off to the ocean and dump it in. Now, did you see a change in the color, the weight, the size, the shape? And now ask yourself, on a scale of 1 to 10, what is the level of discomfort? Is that less than when we started? Keep going and do this repeatedly until it goes from whatever it was down to a 0. You find this works very simply, very effectively. Again, if you want, I think Liz on Facebook or something like that, on Cogno Movement page, we have some other of these interviews which have some of the other secrets of the masters for free. So you can go and learn them there. This is Secrets of the Masters 2, part 2 this weekend. You don't have to have taken part 1, but if you do want to take it, just let us know. You can email us at billmckennaevents@gmail.com, and we can get you Secrets of the Masters 1 if you want to take that prior to number 2. But again, you don't have to have that.
We'll be doing the Secrets of the Masters 1 again at a later date as well. But it is available if you wanted to watch the recording of the last one. That's a possibility too. However, you don't need it for Secrets of the Masters 2 this weekend, right? That's what you were saying.
That's right.
Yep. These are standalone new processes that people can learn and take home with them. So, well, thanks for doing that, Bill. Those are so much fun. And if you guys try this at home and you have some crazy miracle happen, please reach out to us and share. We love these stories. I mean, we hear them every day. And then if we don't, it's a Cogno Movement joke. We're like, hey, where's my miracle for today? It's true. It's a joke, but we say it jokingly, but it's actually the truth. Ourselves and our Cogno Movement practitioners are like, we're a little bit of miracle junkies because we hear about them so often now. So please reach out and share if you have those. cognomovement.com/upcoming events, or just go to cognomovement.com for the events. You can sign up for Secrets of the Masters 2 for this weekend. It's on the 17th, Saturday. Or please, guys, if you know a teacher or parent who's really struggling with stress, please send them to this webinar. It's on the 18th, Sunday. It's a shorter day. It's like 10 to 3:30, I think. So for people who have kiddos, it's not too early or too late. But we're really going to support you in having that stress be gone from your body and being able to manage all of it, because we know it so much, be able to manage it so much better.
All right. Thank you. Thank you, Liz.
Thanks, guys. See you again soon. Bye.